Well, hello, and welcome back to my shop. It's been a while since I've made a video on this thing. A lot of people with project cars know as you get going, you'll hit one spot, and it's like hitting a freaking wall. And it's after you hit that spot, it's like pulling teeth to get your ass out there in the shop and actually work on it. For this car, it was the rockers. I was going hog wild there, getting a lot done, and then it came time with the rockers and that whole freaking debacle. I couldn't get rockers that would just match up to the old ones, so then I ended up replacing them with these ones from LMR, and nothing against the LMR and their rockers. They're great, good quality, but they don't match up with the factory contour, so you have to change the entire rocker, which I guess wasn't the worst thing that could have happened to me, because had I not done it in a couple years anyways, I would have ended up replacing them. But that was the wall that I hit on them on this car, and it's just and people with project cars will know exactly what I'm talking about. But they're in, they're done, they're welded in. We had to build the piece all up in here. There ain't no light out here. We had to build that piece, and then I had to build a piece back here on each side, and I ended up cutting a chunk of the quarter out and replacing it on each side down there. Been doing a little Bondo. Well, I guess Bondo is a generic term. I've been using Evercoat Rage Ultra and Evercoat Rage Ultra Extra. Got the roof. That's why it's so dusty and out here right now. I just sanded that down. That's actually pretty decent. I got some more spots on the roof. I shaved the antenna here, so I welded that hole up and buzzed that guy down. I still gotta do some work on the cowl. But come over here to the driver's side. You can see we had to make all this piece here to tie in with the rockers, but this side's all done. Pretty much all of the metal work on the outside of the car is done. There's a patch I have to weld in on the hatch because I couldn't find a decent hatch within driving distance. This hatch, it's fixable. I might end up swapping it out in a few years. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, this ain't a daily driver. The floor pan is all finished welded in. Car's just been kind of used as a tool collection here as of late, but I have to weld. There's a piece that cuts across like this and then up over the trans tunnel. It holds your front seat, where your fronts of your seats bolt into. So I got to weld that in, and then once I do that, I'm done welding, and then I just have to grind my seams on my floor pans, and I want to grind up inside the strut towers there where I filled in all those holes, and then get the the rest of it all shot with epoxy, and then I can finish the cowl. And I have some I have to put the finish coat of glass on, and sand it all down. Body filler is such a racket. I mean, you get a gallon of filler, and then you smear the gallon of filler on, and then when it's all said and done, you've probably used a pint because you sand it all off. But whatever. I want her to look like a streamlined butterfly. But anyways, so spent some time out here. Everything's covered in dust now because I've been sanding for a while. But these are spindles from 87 to 93, non-Cobra spindles. I guess the 79 to 86 spindles, the brakes are smaller. They're the same as the 4-cylinder brakes on the newer ones, and I figured I'm keeping it 4 lug. I didn't swap it to 5, so I figured I wanted the best of what I could get brake wise. So I found a set of spindles and sandblasted them and powder coated them. It's prismatic illusion sour apple. So powder coated them. I powder coated these bolts. These are the QA1 double adjustable coilovers, sporting 200-pound springs. You can kind of see the QA1 lower control arms. I was going to get the adjustable ones, but I didn't feel there's a need for it. I mean, I'm not going to go SCCA Trans Am racing with this thing, and it saved me about $140. And there's the QA1 K member. I had to take the rack off, and upon doing that, I broke one of the lines on the rack. So I had to get a new steering rack. They're the QA1 caster camber plates. You can see the QA1 K member down in there. I'm going to run the stock sway bar in the front because it's the bigger one, and that's what Steeda recommended. I scored a great big freaking huge aluminum radiator and some electric fans. I'll tweak those brackets a little bit, but scored them off a guy. I went up and got some doors off a guy, and he's cleaning out his shop, and he had all kinds of stuff. So I got the aluminum radiator with the fans, set of doors. I got a high torque starter. Oh, I don't even know what the hell else I got. A cross member, I think. Bunch of stuff. I scored pretty good on it, I thought. But you can see over here, these are reman calipers for 80. I think I ordered them for an 88. They're the same. These are the power stop brakes. Just their street economy or whatever, street Z34s, I think they are. Normally I get all my brakes from performancebrake.com, and that's an excellent place to buy brakes from. The only issue that I've had with them is if you need brakes in a hurry, you don't order it from them because they're out in California, and I'm pretty sure they're made to order, so it takes a little bit to get them. However, they're excellent. I've used them on everything. But I figured, you know, try the power stops on this build. So yeah, I put, you know, new Timken bearings, which I could have reused my old bearings, but I mean, for I think it was $9 a side, might better, you know, put some new bearings in there, Timkens and whatever. But yeah, so I wasn't really sure how the green was going to look with the, you know, the red calipers. For some reason, I'm a firm believer that brake calipers ought to be red. So, you know, painted those calipers red, and then I wasn't sure how the green was going to look, but you know, with the rotor and everything on there, it hides it pretty well. So pretty happy with that. But yeah, gave her the full accoutrement of QA1 stuff in the front. I still need to cut the cross member, or I guess you'd call it the core support off, and I'm gonna just have one made out of like 1.5 inch, you know, 3/16 wall tubing or something, and weld it on there. I can't see, they sell them, but I can't see spending $180 on that. But yeah, I spent all day yesterday doing some powder coating. My daughter wanted something pink, so we did the track bar pink. Some more suspension brackets we did in green. This is a desert charcoal wrinkle or some color. We did the bell housing. Oh, and then we got these to go with the spindles, the QA1, you know, bump steer kit. That should go nice with the, you know, the QA1, or no, excuse me, the Steeda offset, you know, aluminum rack bushing. You can see the QA1 shocks for the back. I think the Steeda springs are up there. There's all kinds of parts on that shelf. It'd be nice when get the shelf cleared off and all the parts on the car, but got some lizard skin, got the ceramic stuff for the heat, got the sound control stuff. I bought it by the 1 gallon pail. I guess I'd advise, you know, anybody with a car any bigger than a Fox body, go with the 2 gallon stuff, you know, 2 gallons, because one is going to be pushing it on what it will cover. But my plan is to just start up there at the firewall and just come back as far as I can. If I can get back to here, I'll be happy, because I'm not going to scrape all this stuff up, you know. But I'm also not putting all the factory sound deadening stuff back in. It's just not going to happen. But so that's where we're at with the Mustang. Had a little bit of time here to work on it over the next couple weeks. That's a story for a different day. But that's where we're at. Haven't shot many videos because it's hard enough to get my lazy ass out here to work on it as it is. especially with the rockers. I just, like I was talking about earlier, I hit that freaking wall, and it is hard. But they're done, so I've got some grinding to do. Once the grinding's done and get that seat brace welded in, then the metal work on the car is done, and then get it all shot in epoxy. All this, all up in here shot with epoxy, and then get the epoxy sanded down, and then hit it with a high build once I'm done with all the body filler and all that. Get it shot with a high build, and get that blocked out. Then she's ready for color, and we'll be doing that up to my old man's. Put it up on the lift, and I was gonna do the bottom side of the car with Raptor liner, but I don't know, I can't really justify a couple $100 more on Raptor liner for the bottom when I've already got a bunch of body color. I'll have more than enough body color to do the car, so I'm just going to paint the bottom side of it body color, and nobody will ever see it, but I will know it's there, and anybody who watches my YouTube channel will know that it's there. So anyways, as always, thanks for watching, and subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Well, I promise I'll try to make some more videos. I don't think that anybody wants to just watch me sand for hours, but I mean, if that's what you want, then leave a comment down there that you want to see some sanding videos, and I can make them. But anyways, like I said, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the flip side.